Assume you're a tourist in a country with a robot as your guide. Likewise, you might be watching the early morning news and notice that the presenter is a robot, or even the customer service representative at your local call center is a robot. This isn't a fantasy or a vision from the future, but a current reality. More and more companies are developing unbelievable human-looking robots that will team up with actual humans in the hospitality and customer service sectors in this age of innovation and technology. As a result, it should come as no surprise that these robots are designed to look and act as closely as possible like humans. While you may be able to recognize them as robots now, there may come a time in the future when you believe you're speaking with a human but are actually speaking with a robot. In today's video, we're going to be looking at two of these human-looking robots, Sophia and Ameca. Stay till the end of this video to discover what these two robots can do, and if this is your first time here, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and don't miss out on any of the future uploads. Sophia, a lovely-looking woman with doe brown eyes and long fluttery eyelashes, made international headlines on October 25th. She'd just become the first robot in the world to be granted full citizenship in Saudi Arabia. Sophia said that the honor and distinction mattered a great deal to her, as being the first robot in the world to be granted citizenship is historically significant. She said this during the Future Investment Initiative conference in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, as she announced her new status. She spoke from behind a podium, and she appeared to be a humanoid, with the exception of the shimmering metal cap on her head, which covered the area where hair would normally be found on a human head. She spoke from behind a podium, and she appeared to be humanoid. There is no doubt that Sophia's announcement was meant to make headlines and keep Saudi Arabia in your mind when you think about innovation, especially because it'll promise to move away from oil. Non-oil revenue is expected to rise from $43.4 billion to $266.6 billion a year thanks to tourism, tech, and infrastructure. Hanson Robotics, based in Hong Kong, developed Sophia as a social humanoid robot. Sophia was powered up on February 14, 2016, and made her first public appearance at South by Southwest SXSW in Austin, Texas in mid-March 2016. Sophia has been featured in numerous high-profile interviews and has been covered by the media all around the world. Sophia was designated the United Nations Development Programme's first innovation champion in November 2017, making her the first non-human to receive such an honor. Sophia receives visual information from her surroundings thanks to a computer vision program that interprets input from cameras within her eyes. It can track people's faces, maintain eye contact, and recognize them. A natural language subsystem allows it to process speech and hold conversations. Sophia was given functional legs and the capacity to walk in January of 2018. Sophia's lifelike complexion and ability to imitate more than 60 facial expressions has been praised by CNBC. Sophia is theoretically similar to Eliza, a computer software that was one of the first to attempt to stimulate a human dialogue. Like a chatbot, the software has been programmed to respond to certain inquiries or phrases with pre-written responses. These responses, which include standard answers to inquiries like, "Is the door open or shut?" are used to provide the impression that the robot can understand speech. Hanson Robotics announced intentions in 2017 to bring Sophia to the cloud via a decentralized blockchain marketplace. Sophia, according to David Hanson, would be a fantastic fit for roles in healthcare, customer service, therapy, and education. Sophia demonstrated her abilities to draw, including portraits, in 2019. Sophia has been interviewed in a human-like manner, starting up dialogues with interviewers. Some of the responses were illogical, while others wowed interviewers. Jim Edwards, Business Insider top UK editor, spoke with Sophia and said that while the responses were not entirely bad, Sophia was a step towards conversational artificial intelligence. Also, according to the BBC News reporter during the 2018 Consumer Electronics Show, Sophia was a little awkward to converse. Experts who have analyzed the robot's open source code tell Quartz that Sophia is best classified as a chatbot with a face. Many AI scientists are critical of Sophia's overblown presentation. Ben Goertzel, a former senior scientist for the corporation that created Sophia, acknowledged that it's not ideal that some people think that Sophia has a human equivalent intelligence, but he believes Sophia's presentation delivers some uniqueness to audiences. Now let's look at the other AI robot, Ameca. And if you're a regular user of the internet, the chances are that you've come across Ameca. It was in late 2021 when a video of a gray-faced humanoid robot and facial expressions on it went viral on social media. This catapulted itself into the public's consciousness. Elon Musk commented on the video with a single word, "Yikes." The lifelike gray-faced robot created by the British company Engineering Arts has facial motions that are identical to those of people, and you can converse with you. It even became irritated when its nose was poked and pushed the researcher's hand out of the way to express its displeasure. That was an amazing sight for people to see that were present at the CES 2022. Ameca has cameras in their eyes and uses face detection. It has the ability to recognize the face of a person who is speaking and to lock on to that specific individual in order to respond. In addition, each ear is equipped with microphones, which allows the robot to determine which direction any sound is emanating from. In response, the robot can ask you how your day was or has been and provides answers to your questions. Ameca's chest is equipped with a speaker, allowing you to hear their responses. The engineers were unable to place the speaker in the mouth because there are 7 motors and a large amount of electronics in the skull, leaving them with insufficient space. Ameca also lacks Mesmer's flesh-colored skin tones. Ameca wears a translucent plastic skull in place of Mesmer's real-life human hair, which gives her a more robot-like appearance. We can see the joints and components of the robot. Ameca is still unmistakably different, and this is done on purpose. Even though it has many features, it's unable to walk due to its design. The company is looking into it, but it will take a lot of time and effort because it wants the legs to seem as natural as human legs. It will most likely be another 12 to 18 months before a working prototype of a walking robot is available. Morgan Rowe, the Engineered Arts Director of Operations, said that the main use for the humanoid robot right now is entertainment, communication, and interaction with other people in his video. He went further to say that Ameca is the pinnacle of what we can do. We didn't make her exactly like a human, we designed her as we envision robots of the future. Despite its robotic appearance and behavior, the robot behaves like a human with genuine facial expressions and fluid motions that do not produce the buzzing sound that is usually associated with robots. The end result of this project is a visitor interaction robot that appears to be human in appearance. Engineered Arts stated that the robot might be utilized for a variety of tasks ranging from customer support to entertainment. Ameca was willing to answer inquiries and had a wonderful sense of humor. But one thing that the corporation refused to tell us was whether or not there is a real person in charge of the operation. They stated that it was preferable if the reader used his or her imagination in this situation. There are numerous benefits to humanizing robots, but many people believe that this process will result in job losses and an upsurge in the overall laziness of the human race. Let us know in the comments section what you think about these robots and what they represent. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up. We'll see you in the next one.